back to the Live Zone Primetime on this Monday night. Tony P, last week we ended the week talking about the best and worst Christmas songs.
We did.
This was according to USA Today.
Yeah.
We didn't love the list, admittedly. There were certain things that we think could have been changed. Is that safe to say?
I think the criteria could have been changed.
The criteria also was a little suspect.
Yeah,
now,
there was no consistency there.
You know I love my lists here.
I know you do.
And I love they're rage bait. I mean, it's the word of the year, and putting together a list and putting it out on social media is the easiest way to rage bait people into engaging with you, and that's what we're going to do here tonight because the Telegraph just released their list of the best Christmas films of all time, and they also listed 5 of the worst. You see right there, Home Alone, Kevin McAllister, Macaulay Culkin on the cover of the post that they put on Instagram. So you have to assume that would make their top. And it did.
You bet.
They did not rank them. Let me just be clear here. They
That's
just
smart.
are listing some of the best and 5 of the worst.
I like that.
So let's go through what made their list of the best, okay? And this is not all-inclusive.
Yeah.
This is just some of the ones that stood out to me. So, The Nightmare Before Christmas. Do you agree? Is that one of the best?
Yes, I didn't really see a lot of it, but I know it's got a great lore. People love it, so yes, I think it's objectively good.
It's also one of those ones that I think people kind of, it straddles both Halloween and Christmas,
Right, you can watch
because
both.
Jack Skellington is from Halloween Town or whatever it's called, and he
Right.
goes to Christmas Town. So I think you could make the argument that it covers both holidays as well. So that kind of gives it extra legs in life. Next up, Batman Returns. So we've got 2 Tim Burton movies off the bat, but that is not one I have necessarily thought of as a Christmas movie.
Neither have
before,
I.
Although I know that my brother is he is a big fan. And this begets the question of whether a movie is a Christmas movie because it is set at Christmas time.
It's not, because it's just a secondary context to the story. The story does not surround a Christmas path or a Christmas moral or everything else. Like, it's almost like just life is existing, but it happens to be at Christmas.
Okay.
Versus the story has a Christmas theme around it. So I think that's why Die Hard is not a Christmas movie.
Okay, that's okay.
It's not, because
that was going to be one of my next questions, and that is obviously part of the debate. And I think
context,
that could extend to this. Now, Die Hard did make their list, I will say.
It's ridiculous.
Miracle on 34th Street, I don't think that's any major surprise.
Yep, both of them were good.
Dr. Seuss's The Grinch. Now, what's interesting to me about this one is the one that they picked is the Benedict Cumberbatch DreamWorks animated one that came out a couple years ago.
What?
With Pharrell singing the theme song. So they didn't go with the Jim Carrey one, and they didn't go with the classic Boris Karloff that I watched this weekend. And also, my wife got me a copy of the soundtrack on vinyl, and I've been listening to it pretty frequently. Christmas Vacation, no-brainer, right? That belongs on the list.
Yes,
we can
it
agree
does.
on that. Tony watched it. He posted on Instagram recently about watching that movie
Sure
when
did.
he got home from work one night. Charlie Brown Christmas, another classic.
Good one, yeah.
I mean, how can you beat Linus standing on stage sharing the true meaning of Christmas? Lights, please. Home Alone, we mentioned. Edward Scissorhands. Now, I agree with this, but now we are at 3 Tim Burton related movies. But Edward Scissorhands I actually do consider, and I do watch it every Christmas. But it is another one that is kind of set at Christmas. But
That's ridiculous. Where's Rudolph?
I believe Rudolph might have made the list. And again, this is not all encompassing.
This is
you can
5
check,
or how many?
You can check their full list
Frosty?
on Telegraph. The Muppet Christmas Carol, which you know I love. And
Yes, that's a good one. Christmas Carol generally, yes.
They did have a few different versions of it on it, including
good.
the Alistair Sim version,
Nice.
I believe, from like 1954. Meet Me in St. Louis, which also had the #1 song on USA Today's list, Judy Garland, Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas. White Christmas, Bing Crosby, Danny Kaye, that made the list as well. And Elf. Elf was another one on the list, which I think is probably one of the most modern classics these days.
I think Elf's overrated. I always have thought it's overrated.
Tony P's choosing violence tonight.
I think it's an overrated movie. I mean, first of all, I get, Will Ferrell's a great comedic actor. Anchorman's one of my favorite movies of all time. I just think that it's so overplayed. And again, like there's this, he's at the North Pole. The storyline is like, I just
how old? It's like 20 years old now,
2004.
right?
I mean, I just
So how old were you when it came out? You were pretty young.
6.
So you grew up with this movie.
I did.
Always
I didn't
existed.
love it.
Yeah. So
I
did not. It's like I said, it's more of a modern classic for me because I went and saw it at a special sneak preview here in Tenleytown when I was in college.
Really?
So it was. There weren't a lot of great recent Christmas movies at that time.
It's a little over the top.
I still love it. Jimmy Caan classic. Mary Steenburgen. Yeah.
I know, but I mean, I think it's a good movie, but it's not. It gets like a whole marathon for 3 or 4 days. Like I don't think it's in the pantheon of Grinch.
How do you feel about a
Christmas
Story? Did you grow up on that one with Ralphie and his Red Ryder?
I thought it's a little bit above Elf.
Okay.
I don't think Christmas Story is in the top tier. I think it's like, again, I think it's in the A- with Elf. Elf's an A- B+.
Okay.
I just don't think those two movies belong in that top pantheon.
Do you remember when like TBS or TNT
they
would do the 24 hours of Christmas Story on Christmas Eve? I think that's part of what kicked off this like obsession with Christmas movies, and now obviously Hallmark has an entire channel. Their whole channel is dedicated to it, and
and they're all the same. They're all the same storyline.
5 days of Christmas. Yeah, I don't know if you've seen the Ted Lasso clip where he's explaining to Roy Kent about Hallmark Christmas movies, and they suck, but they're great, and they suck, but they're great, and you can watch them with the sound.
Well, they're mindless.
They're still good. Yeah,
they're good to watch while you're wrapping gifts.
We're down to the final 4 minutes. Now let's get to their pick for the 5 worst. Coming in at number 1, and again, these are not ranked in any particular order, but Love Actually.
What?
Mm-hmm. One of the
That's worst? Are you kidding me?
I think
that's one of the only modern ones I like.
I think there has been a more recent backlash to some of the storylines. People, when that movie came out, I knew people who saw it multiple times in the theater. It was a must-watch every single year. I remember when the 20th anniversary rolled around and they did a whole retrospective and they got the whole cast together. Now I think looking back on it with a 2025 lens, people find it a little problematic.
I get that. I do. I think when we look at movies like that, though, again, like their impact has been for multiple decades now, and I think again, like it's a classic rom-com.
I still love it.
It's a classic rom-com. I think it's with the holidays. A great movie
us
too.
Bill Nye singing "I Feel It in My Fingers."
It did, and you know what? And also Hugh Grant doing the
jump.
And we're gonna jump.
What was that? I should know who.
The Pointer Sisters.
The Pointer Sisters. Thank you very much.
I think it's great. Again,
next up, Fred Claus.
Oh,
one of the worst.
Somebody picked on me with that one.
5 of the worst. I don't understand the Fred Claus hate. I don't understand it.
It's a great concept.
This is the same people who hate Fred Claus are the same people who hate Neil Diamond. And Tony P and I will not stand for that because we are 2 of the biggest fans of both. You will find here in the DC region. Next up, Hot Frosty. That was a recent Netflix edition. It was a woman. I believe it's the woman from Mean Girls. Do you know who I'm talking about?
Not really, but
she's the one who tries to make fetch happen. She's in a ton of Hallmark Christmas movies. She made the jump to Netflix. She wishes on like a Frosty the Snowman, and he comes to life. Obviously a ridiculous plot line, but I don't think anyone. And then a more recent one, and this one stars. I got to look it up real quick because his name is slipping my mind. It's called Christmas Karma. I think this was a British one that came out this year, and it got terrible. It's got who is it? It's got a whole bunch of people in it. But Billy Porter. Billy Porter is.
I like Billy Porter.
I think this is another kind of Scrooge-related movie, but it got terrible reviews, and I think it was a British release, so I don't even know that it's come out in the United States.
Listen, I like Billy Porter, so
the Telegraph is a British paper.
I'm not going to be angry at whatever he puts out because I think he's a great talent. So I'm very much no Billy Porter hate here.
Yeah, none here either. But you guys can let us know what your least favorite are. You can drop them in the YouTube comment section.
What was that
you don't
movie
have
Michael
to be
Keaton
watching us live.
When he plays a snowman.
Jack Frost.
I like that movie.
I've never seen that.
I think it's excellent, and I cried the last scene.
Okay, I haven't seen it. I'll have to check it out. I'm also I was a big fan of the original Santa Claus with Tim Allen, Judge Reinhold.
Great movie. That should be on the list.
Martin
On the
Short
good
was
list.
in the later ones. It should be. I absolutely, of the ones that I own, it's most of the classics. Home Alone. It's
Right.
the Santa Claus.
They're
I have
unique
the
plot
Muppet Christmas
lines.
Carol. I've got Charlie Brown. I've got Rudolph. I've got
Right.
some of those ones. And
His
I've got Fred Claus.
the brother of Claus, like the Home Alone concept, like it's newer ideas on the holiday, and that's why they're Christmas movies, not Die Hard, being a cop on Christmas Day. That's not a.
But it does take place at an office Christmas party, which, as we talked about
count.
earlier, a recipe for disaster. Especially if
that's a
Alan
bad
Rickman
movie. Office Christmas Party, bad movie.
Office Christmas Party. I haven't seen it. I
Not
did
good.
see that one. I know exactly what you're talking about. It is a terrible movie.
Yeah.
We're down to our final 30 seconds. Thank you to everyone who joined us. Thank you to Tony P for making the flight back to the United States in time for another episode
Sure
of the
did,
show. Coming up tonight on Fox 5 News at 10, Josh Rosenthal talking to Commanders fans about everything that happened during yesterday's game. Jaden Daniels getting hurt again. And like I said, Nana Santua Banzo has more on that. Frederick meeting about those diesel generators. We'll be back tomorrow night at 9 p.m. and we'll have some more fun stuff.
Can't wait,
cooking
brother.
up. In the meantime, we're going to leave you with a little live picture of the White House. Fox